I looked at him and you looked at me.
I think I was looking at the couch.
No. Ladies, I don't know what's this talk about him picking out the ring. That's foolishness. Like, that is crazy to me. I don't understand.
I had options.
Listen, you had two options.
You're probably a red flag also. I just, birds of a feather flock together. So change your ways and identify where are your green flags, what are your strong suits, what are your high characteristic traits.
What's up, guys? It is Ayana and Nyles, and it is episode 1 of Couples Unscripted. We're freaking excited. It has been such a long time coming. Just to be here, sitting here today in front of you guys it's a long journey. It's a long journey, but we're so excited. This is what we've been working on for a really long time. It has been calling us and drawing us to be able to put on this show, and there's so many different dynamics of the show that it's just gonna be more than what you guys will probably imagine.
Yes.
But we're gonna get into that a little bit later. We're gonna be diving into a lot of topics on love and dating and single life and marriage and non-traditional dynamics, non-monogamy, all kind of spectrums.
All dynamics. We are
all dynamics.
talking to all dynamics of couples, relationships. We're gonna flip over every stone. That's what it called, something like that. Yeah,
yep.
We're knocking them all over.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you guys for joining us on this day of love, or what they call it love, but every day for me is a day of love
365.
with your spouse, because you got to put in that work.
For all the ones who are in a relationship, and even for the single people, happy Valentine's Day to y'all as well. Thank you for joining us. It means a lot that y'all tuned in. Like Ayana said, this has been a labor of love. It's been some very testing and trying moments and days and long nights. A lot of unsynced audio and failed cameras and a
lot of shit. A lot of stuff happening, and I'm tired of it. But I'm happy to be here. But ooh,
it's part of the process. What Couples Unscripted really is just giving unfiltered, raw, deep, honest conversation in regards to marriage. If you in a long-term relationship and don't want to be married, if you're single and maybe looking to get in a relationship, or you just want to understand what's going on with people and their dynamics, we just want to be able to have those honest conversations and really peel back the layers of what it is and what it means to be in a relationship and what you have to give personally in order to have a successful relationship. Because a lot of time I think people like to project and put things onto their partners. And this show, we want to hold up the mirror and be like, hey, it takes two to tango, and you have to be accountable just as much as your partner. In regards to this episode 1, we're going to talk about identifying green flags. Because I believe since it's Valentine's Day, we want to keep talking about love and good things and good energy. We don't need to talk about any let's stay away from that.
We're going to get into all that later on.
There's episodes of where it gets, the red flags will come, which we do have an episode later on in regards to red flags and identifying red flags. Yeah, so just tune in later on in the episode when we talk and discuss more about identifying green flags. But that'll be later on. Right now, we still want to talk about Couples Unscripted and what it is and why we are doing this.
Yeah, so why now? Why Couples Unscripted?
Mm-hmm.
Why are we doing this? For me, I have a background in film, and I have always wanted to create a show. Didn't know what kind of show I wanted to create. I knew it was going to be based off of human experiences and maybe reality. I wasn't too sure. And me and Nyles have always had this journey of figuring out what we wanted to do, what our business venture is. We have tons of other business ventures, but we're just trying to figure out what we can do and what we can see in tangible, in real time, build and grow. Because we have other things that we're working on, but we want to see something right now that we can touch, and that's our baby and we can nurture. So we sat with the idea of doing a podcast, and we're like, oh, we don't just want it to be just a podcast. We want it to be more than a podcast. So we came up with Couples Unscripted, a relationship show, and it's going to be about so much more than just me and Nyles here, sitting together. I feel like now is the time for us to create this show because we have been together for 8 years and we have gone through so much in our relationship that we want to share our relationship, but we also want to just have this dialogue because it took so long for us to get here to learn how to communicate, to accept each other's thought process and feelings. So we are here to share, and I've been talking to so many people who are struggling with relationships or how to be in them and the things that are working and are not working. So we're like, we want to have a dialogue and we want to have conversations, around this, but we are not licensed professionals
at all.
I think one day I would love to be, but at this point, like, we are not licensed professionals. We are not therapists. So everything we say comes from our experiences and the love that we have for one another. So just take that into account. If you do need to seek help within your relationship or with yourself, please reach out to a therapist or a relationship coach. But me and Nyles are just here to really have these raw, unfiltered conversations and to bring couples in and to have different segments and to have fun with talking about relationships and love and being single and that journey, because that's a whole nother freaking journey.
It is, yeah. Yeah, because we're not here to tell you to tell you about your relationship and how you should go in your relationship. Your relationship is uniquely your own relationship. Only thing we can do is tell you our experiences and tell you what we did do or what we may do in certain situations, scenarios. But that is also why we plan to broaden the show, have Couples on the Street. Our Street Talk episode is releasing now, so you'll get to be able to see it now on our YouTube. Right after you watch this episode, go check out our Street Talk episode. So we'll meet couples on the street and we'll ask them some questions from our Couples Unscripted card game. We'll ask them some questions pertaining to their relationship and get the honest answers right then and there, right there in the moment, which is awesome. So it's really unfiltered. It's just raw. It's authentic answers, from the street. And the day in the moment, we just catch them like, yo.
Yeah, it's fun. We be outside.
Yeah, we outside, y'all.
We be getting
braving this Atlanta weather that's been crazy. We've been in the snow. Look, y'all, we was dealing with a lot, y'all. But we've been trying, y'all.
Each episode on Couples Unscripted is going to be 30 minutes. So we're going to have 30-minute episodes. They're going to be dropped every single Monday. So you can check us out every single Monday. As of now, me and Nyles are going to be the main host of Couples Unscripted. So you will be seeing us every Monday, but don't get too comfortable because we might be switching things up, having Nyles as the host, maybe somebody else in my seat or maybe somebody else in his seat. Our goal with this show is to branch out and have different segments and to keep things fun. So, yeah, we're going to keep y'all on y'all's toes.
Yeah, we're going to bring in different perspectives and give y'all different viewpoints because we have our viewpoints and our perspective on things, but it may not be your viewpoint, your perspective, and we could bring someone in who can align with that and kind of can speak to the way, hopefully, that you can digest and understand it. So, yeah, be ready for little musical chairs, I guess, in regards to some of the hosts in front of for Couples Unscripted. And also just be ready for some different other segments and shows from us in particular. We already said the Street Talks, but we have worked on some other things. We haven't forgot about y'all single people. We want to talk directly to the singles. We will have a single edition. We're working on a lot of things, so just be prepared for what we have in the works.
Yes.
In regards,
and we're
to
going to be bringing in some couples in too.
Yes.
So we're going to be sitting down with couples, having conversations as well. And don't forget that our Couples on the Street that Nyles says you can watch now, it is going to be released every other Friday. So it's going to be twice a month that you'll be able to see Couples on the Street Talks. So make sure you guys check that out. I know that you guys want to get to know us a little bit more, so we are going to play our Couples Unscripted card game. And just so you guys know, we like to play games within our segments. So when you see one, you might get a little game here or there. And it's just to get to know us as your host of the show. So the episodes that you guys are going to be seeing over the course of a couple weeks, you will get to know our dynamic in our relationship. But yeah, let's get into it.
Can I go first? Let me see. Okay.
Straight off the top.
Off the top, off the press, fresh. All right. Question for you, Miss Ayana.
What's up?
All right. So how did we meet?
Yes, how did we meet? So me and Nyles met through mutual friends of my sisters. So my sister had mutual friends. That's how I met Nyles. There was a kickback happening. This was like 8 years ago when kickbacks was kickbacking, when we was going to the apartment parties or the house parties and having a good old time. The jungle juice.
Jungle juice. Oof, what a time.
When I could actually do shots and now I can't handle it, but whatever. Whatever.
A whole nother story, yeah.
Whole nother thing.
No shots, no for you, no shots.
So we were at a kickback hosted by my sister, and Nyles was there. And I did know Nyles prior to that evening. I just didn't run in the same circle with him, so we never had a chance to actually really connect. Yeah. So I was with my friends, and we were drinking, we was there before because that's my sister's house. So we was just chilling. So you guys came in and we said, oh, he's cute. Like Nyles is cute because everybody knew like Nyles is cute, So my friend had said, let's bet and to see who can get him first.
Oh, that was a game.
Let's bet. Let's bet and see who can get him first. Oh. It kind of is a game sometimes, like on some real shit. So, me, I have like no competition. Like,
that's how you felt?
Yes.
Okay.
That is how I felt. So I looked at him, and you looked at me.
I think I was looking at the couch.
No. No, sir.
I looked at you.
You looked at me and I looked at you. It was like game on. I was like game on, and then I look at him and he's in the kitchen, and then we just look at each other.
I ain't know when no game was on. When I
you didn't know the game was on, but it was just like it was just a connection. Like it was just something there.
When we locked eyes.
We locked eyes.
That was stupid.
And then I was like, what the was that?
Sparks. Yeah.
It was something like. It was weird.
Yeah, it was an energy. Yeah, it was like.
It was weird. It was like, what? So I went over and I talked to him first. I did.
Yeah, you came up, put your hand up on my shoulder.
I did. I'm a little touchy-feely, so I did, put my hand on you first, and I said, oh, I saw you walked in. I didn't say hey, and I said I haven't officially like met you.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I said I hadn't officially met you, and I wanted to say hey.
Because we've been in the same room multiple times prior to, and just.
Yeah. Nothing happened or
no conversation, no nothing. Yeah,
I didn't even look at him.
It wasn't a hey or a bye.
No, it wasn't a hey or a bye. It was that's a human being over there.
Yeah, just another person in the room, in the mix. So that was wild.
But yeah, that was it. And then, from there we had a really good night, and then we just never stopped talking after that. Never took a break. Never stopped talking. Yeah. And here we are, 8 years later. We still stand today.
8 years.
I don't know if it wasn't for the bet. I probably would have still talked to you that night because you were cute. I was
in my bag, yo. I was in my bag that night. I was feeling myself. That was a time.
Was you looking for a lady that night?
Nah, not really.
You were just looking to have a chill
I was just trying to have a good time. Yeah, I ain't want none of that drama, none of that stuff. Like I was just out with the boys. We had like a bonfire that night, earlier on that night. So I was coming from like a little bonfire. Like we was lit, And I was actually, that was just supposed to be like a pregame warm up. And we were supposed to go somewhere after that. Well, at least I was supposed to go somewhere after that. And then I bumped into your little ass and changed your plans.
Then
never,
he met yours truly.
Yeah, never went to go. I was supposed to go see someone that night and never made it. Cause we talked.
You probably
all
still
night.
could have made it.
We talked all night. It was late as hell.
Yeah, we did talk all night, and then I walked you to your car. Okay,
and then we talked again. But anyway,
then we're getting into the weeds. But we met that night, and that was it.
It was it. Yeah. Ever since then. But all right.
Okay.
Okay, your turn.
Boom.
Yeah. Let's get this game rolling. By the way, when we do play some games together, like on a PS5, which is dope. Like, I love playing games with her. So just FYI, we are a fun couple.
We're gamers.
We're gamers. I'm a gamer, but she a little.
I got a good one. Putting Nyles on the spot.
Me? All right, let's go.
It's how did you propose?
Oh.
And were you nervous?
Well, I can say I wasn't nervous because I knew I wanted to ask you to marry me off rip. I was just nervous that I wasn't going to get it right, and I didn't because. So how I proposed was there was a picture that we had of me and her that she really did like, and so what I did, I took that picture, I blew it up, and I made puzzle pieces out of it, and at the bottom was like, "Will you marry me?" On the very last end piece was "Marry me," and so we was putting that puzzle together about like 2 weeks or something. And it started to come together. And as we got closer and closer to the end, she was like, "Oh, will you?" I'm like, and I'm looking for the very last piece. Couldn't find it. And I was like, "Oh my God, like what a piece at?" And she like, "Yo, where's the ring, fool?" Like where's this ring at?
Listen, what's going on here?
Like I see this look great. This puzzle look great. We look good, but this ain't will you?
Because I like to do the end pieces on a puzzle. I'm a puzzler.
Yeah, she got puzzles. She be knocking them puzzles out.
I like puzzles.
Yes.
I was doing the end pieces, and I was like, "Where the hell is these pieces?" It was like a chunk of the puzzle missing. I was like, "What is going on?"
And I had the piece after I asked her to marry me and gave her the ring. And it was in my pocket. It was just deep. I had like some windsuit pants on. I just didn't have the right. It just wasn't.
It was so typical Nyles.
It's on camera.
Typical Nyles. You have it foolish, on camera. Like
just lost in the sauce.
And he was like running around trying to find the piece. And I was like, dude, just ask me.
Yeah, I'm like, I need the piece first. I need to complete the thing before I can ask you. She was like, fool.
And I was like, where is the ring? Because I wanted to know which one he picked out.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies, I don't know what's this talk about him picking out the ring. That's foolishness. Like, that is crazy to me. I don't understand.
I had options.
Listen, you had 2 options.
Yeah.
Don't get it right. You can't get it wrong. Number 1, you can't get it wrong because I picked out
3
the 2
options.
options.
I saw.
Was it 3?
I saw 3 rings when I went.
Oh, maybe it was 3 options.
It was 3, yeah. But only one stood out to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Or my mom pushed you that way.
Nah, she didn't have to. I saw what it's like, and that's what it was.
No, but not sure what all this talk is about him picking out the ring. Don't know where that's coming from. I'm gonna always pick out my ring. As soon as you said, "Oh, when we're talking about like getting married," I'm like, yes. I'm going ring shopping because
Yes. As soon as the conversation began about marriage and like just hinting at that, you were like, "Oh, I'm calling my mom to go green shop." I'm like,
but I do think that the 3 options was good because it's like any of these would be really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if y'all are into that, but don't let no man pick out no ring for you. No ma'am.
You gotta wear it. It's on your finger.
If you like that, then maybe she likes that, or he or she likes that. But for me, no. You
needed to make sure it fit your hand.
Exactly.
And how did I do out of the
I mean, this was my favorite pick. Like, It's beautiful.
Hey, because I just know. When you know, you know.
Exactly.
But it looked good, though.
So that was our Couples Unscripted card game. And we will be playing a bit more games throughout the episodes, like we said. But we are going to go ahead and dive into identifying green flags in a relationship. So let's jump into it.
All right, so let's talk about green flags and how you identify, and if you see them, like what are the green flags that you may see in someone. And we're talking about not the green flags where they are masquerading as red flags. We are talking about actual green flags with substance that they are kind of vetted and they are at the core of value of yours, because if they went against this, it'll be a direct red flag to what you may want out of your partner. So these green flags that we're going to talk about that you can identify in a partner or someone you're with, that you probably should, when you do identify, I think it's good to champion, let your partner know that, hey, I love this about you. Those small gestures, I think, can go a long way.
Yeah, I think what speaks to me the most is feeling safe.
Okay.
So feeling safe with your feelings and being able to express yourself. I know just for me in past relationships, I wasn't able to feel like safe with talking about my emotions and really being vulnerable. So if you are able to speak your mind, be emotional, and be vulnerable with someone because you feel safe and you feel a sense of security and safety, that's a green flag.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
If they communicate openly and they're honest and they stay true to their word and their actions are always like consistent. If you keep seeing consistency within action and what they're saying, that's a green flag.
Yeah, I think I think those are great green flags. Also, I believe if, like you said, the actions, they follow through with what they're saying. Like if there's a date scheduled, like y'all commit to that date and they take you out on a date, I think that's major. When it comes to these green flags, when you identify the green flag in me, for instance, what was it for you? Like what did it do for you? Like when you were like, yo, this is a green flag, did it like make you like fall in love with me?
I think it just gave me the reassurance that I need in the relationship to feel safe and secure. So I'm not always, within a green flag, I wouldn't be trying to figure out where I was in this relationship. I knew that I was like, I wasn't second guessing the relationship. I wasn't second guessing where we stand. What is this? What are we trying to do here? Where are we going? Like with you had always given me the reassurance, like, no, I want to pursue you. This is what I want. Like, this is the path that we're on. So when you see somebody giving you the reassurance and setting things up for you guys, and you see that there's a clear path, that's a green flag because you're not questioning.
They give you a sense of clarity, which I think is a green flag. If someone can provide you a sense of clarity, a sense of, like you said, understanding a path. I will guess I can kind of relate it to, I'll use a little segment of us real quick. When you in a long distance portion, I had to commit to come and see you, I gave you the reassurance in our relationship by being, we put that date on the calendar. Hey babe, you coming down this time in March? I was there. And I believe that's the type of reassurance. That's the type of green flag that you should see from someone who want to be your partner. Especially not only short term, but long term.
You saying how you had to follow through and you gave me the reassurance by coming down in a long distance, you were showing up. So how you are speaking in the relationship and the things that you're saying have to match up to the action. I mean, we all know that that's true. So I've seen in my friends' relationships or people that I know, the action or the words ain't matching up to the action. So if the action is there, okay, we got, it's matching it up. It's matching up.
Yeah.
But if he's talking that talk and doing all that love bombing, or we're not seeing any action. If it's a lot of love bombing and there's no action, that's not a green flag. But if the green flag is talking the talk and walking the walk.
Yeah.
So don't just talk about it, but be about it.
He says, hey, I like to give you flowers, and then he show with flowers type of thing.
Right.
Like that's
or if it's, we are going to hang out and we're going to go to dinner. I'm going to pick you up. I don't want to hear about this. Oh, I got off work late and I was in a meeting and, I can't do that. No. You need to have things in place and in line. I know that things happen, but if that is the consistent thing, and your actions are not aligning with what you said, no. But if they do, it's a green flag.
Yes, definitely.
It's a green flag.
I think it is, yeah. Also, I believe you can tell that the person you are in a green flag type of situation, or you are in a very good partnership, is like when you said earlier, you having conversations and it may get tested or heated, and instead of them deflecting or projecting, they able to like sit back, take accountability, apologize, and then here we go again with that word, able to adjust their action accordingly. Those are also green flags. I think I'm sorry, not sorry, but I've said this before, but I think a lot of people have said this before in regards to like nice guys finishing last. Well, there has been a sense of that, but if you identify those green flags and those nice guys, women, like, you can't be poo-pooing on it, because you can't run to that red flag and expect green flag behavior. Like, no, like it's just not like. And so for the people who are green flag people, who do have a high moral compass, who do carry themselves the right way, for the people who are chivalrous and can hold conversation, who exudes what the green flags or what a good partner is, continue to be that. Because for those people who can't identify who you are, that's their loss, like. So don't change your way. Don't be a walking red flag because someone didn't want to accept the green flag that you are.
Right.
Because a lot of people would eventually get scorned, and you start feeling hurt, and then you start, and you would change because people didn't appreciate you. But no, you are who you are, and keep being that green flag, because when the right one comes around, hey, it's gonna be worth it. For me, a green flag that you had is when is like your ability to, like, you're very like very mothering in a way. Like you can really be like, oh my baby, and and that's warms your heart. Like you very like, you touchy, and like those are green flags. Those affirmation things are green flags. I think we have a good symbiosis in regards to our love language and how we kind of our energy together. So I those are green flags. I think I have identified in you.
Just one that's coming up in my mind is peace, being at peace. So when you feel stress, or you have anxiety, or you've just had a long day, if you can call your partner and feel a sense of peace and calmness, that is a green flag. Mm-hmm. That's as green as you can get, because you're going to them seeking that peace and that warm hug, that warm sensation, that warm feeling, and you guys can vent and talk together. That is an extreme green flag that you should look at and say, hell yeah, check that off. He's calling me because he's calling me to vent or tell me about his day and what he's going through, because he feels peace and he feels safe with you.
Yes.
So just for me, when I'm in a situation, or when I'm in an area where I'm feeling overwhelmed and I'm with Nyles, I'm like, just talk to me real quick. I need you, because you're my peace. And I've said that multiple times, like, you are my peace. I come home to peace and to a calm environment. Watch out how they handle stress and conflict and frustrating situations, because an individual with that green flag is going to bring you peace and calmness, and is not going to heighten your nerves or make you feel anxious. Yeah. So look out for, feeling calm through your body instead of feeling tense.
Green flag is indicators or characteristics that you see in someone that align first with your moral and your values, and there are things that you expect out of a partner, and they meet those or exceed those expectations, and they do it without trying, naturally. So those are green flags, I think. So if someone is naturally caring into the point to where they are attentive listeners, and you can talk and vent to them, and then you can communicate with them, I think those are attributes to someone who may be a green flag type of person. Or are they able to they schedule things out and plan things accordingly. People who are, if you're a man of your word or a woman of your word, whatever, like that's a green flag characteristic. Just being just a high moral compass person, like having a good moral compass and not trying to get over on people, not being a scammy type of person, like not looking at a relationship as just an opportunity to make money or to live off someone. Like a green flag person is someone who wants to get in a relationship as a partner and have a family in whatever sense of a family it is that makes sense to y'all. So I think you, as your own individual, an own person, should really sit down with yourself and go through a checklist of like, yo, what are the green flags that I'm looking for in a partner? Just like you should have a list of the red flags that you are looking out for. What are the green flags? Because sometimes we may overlook those green flags, and you may miss out on something that's really, really good just because you wasn't aware of someone hitting those markers that you really, really need and not the things that you think that you want.
Yeah, notice if your partner or your current partner or your partner that you want to get involved with demonstrates those qualities that we've been talking about today. Yeah. So check those, write those down, and they got that, they got that, they got that. Then you might be on the right path. Mm-hmm. So it's all about creating peace in your life and having peace in your relationship and getting along and creating something that's going to propel forward and creating a foundation is what you are striving to get at. All that other foolish nonsense, I ain't talking about all that.
Yeah, we ain't got time for that. We don't have time for that.
That ain't the key to success.
No, we are here for the key to successful relationship. We want happiness, we want love, we want good energy. That's what we're here for. But also, look in the mirror and see what green flags that you possess. And are you a person who are actually worthy of a relationship, of being in a certain dynamics? Because I think a lot of time we like to look at other people, and it starts with self. Everything starts with self. So if you are around in a bunch of relationships and dynamics, there are red flag dynamics and situations, you're probably a red flag also. I just, birds of a feather flock together. So change your ways and identify what are your green flags, what are your strong suits, what are your high characteristic traits. Right. Lean into that, be that, and shine bright in those lights. Because I think green flags roll with green flags. If you had a lot of red flags, I wouldn't be with you. And I'm sure if I had a lot of red flags that were red flags,
I wouldn't be with him either. But yeah, that's a good point though. You gotta look within, and you gotta see like what you have going on. I know throughout these episodes, like I talk about a lot about my journey and what I've been through and what I've learned and how I have like grown over these 8 years. So it's always great to look within and look at yourself and see what you can do to improve. Or is it something that you're doing to have these relationships not propel forward? Yeah. Because you have some of the you don't even have the green flags. Like you might have some of the red flags. So it's not a blame game. It's just really looking within and trying to figure out like what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah, I feel like our relationship grow as I grow. So if I continue to grow and work on myself and be a better version of myself, the same thing can be said for my relationship. Cheers. One last
cheers. Let's cheers. I'm almost out of wine. Listen, I'll drink a lot of wine.
Yeah. Okay. A lot of wine on these episodes. All right, y'all. Got to get through.
It's wine all day, every day, baby. That's how I get through. So I will be pouring up after we get off here more. But we thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yes, we do.
Again, please check out Couples on the Street Talks, where I get to interview some people on the streets.
And me too. Hey, well, we get
Nyles
to.
makes an appearance. Just so you know, it is going to be me and Nyles hosting Couples on the Streets, and we kind of do a back and forth. So it might be him, it's going to be me, it's going to be him, it's going to be me. It's going to be a little ping pong. Yep. So,
look out for us. Don't run from us when you see us on the streets of Atlanta. We're coming, okay?
Please make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Couples Unscripted. You can find us on Instagram, Threads, TikTok, and Facebook, all at Couples Unscripted. Mm-hmm. We are on all podcast platforms, so if you'd like to watch us on a podcast streaming platform, you are more than welcome to. We are on there Monday, we are going to be dropping another episode, which is going to continue our every Monday drop. So please check out our episode on Monday.
Yes.
And we thank you guys so much for tuning in with us. We will see you on the next episode.